Guys, hello. Happy freaking Monday. We made it. Am I ready? Of course not. If you're new here, welcome. This is our uncut episode of our podcast, Which Bitch Bro, which you can find on any streaming platform that podcast is found. I don't know if that's complete English, but bitch, it's Monday and we fucking made it. Shout out to all of you guys. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe. I think, I don't know if I already said that. I woke up late today because, honey, the chaos yesterday with Mr. Rock and Mr. Smith. Like, I thought we were out of, oh my god, I'm not even gonna get into it right now. I'm trying to pick a beautiful deck for us today. Let's do the Prism Oracle. I'm not even going to, Mystic Mondays. I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it. It's just like, gosh, dog, brother, you could have smacked that man at a different moment in time. I was up until like 3 in the morning fucking around with Twitter because Twitter never fails me. Twitter never fails me. Gosh. Did I wear this dress on Friday or whatever day I recorded last? Absolutely. But I literally only wore it for 20 minutes while I recorded the podcast. Because I forgot I had somewhere to go. And I was like, oh, I can't wear this where I'm going. So I put that hook back on. I was like, I'm going to wear this bitch on Monday. Oh. I'm going to do some yoga today. I feel tweaked. Let's the day. What card does the collector need for today? Seven of Swords with the Nine of Does that one right here. All around the house to get service. But as soon as I pop that joker up right here, haters gonna hate. That's good. This Monday's also a little chaotic because the cleaning lady came to this weekend, and I love that. I love when she, gets my life together. But sometimes I'm like, girl, like, why did you think that that was okay to move over there when it clearly was there for a reason? And I don't pay attention until Monday when it's time for me to get our lives together. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. It never fails to crack me up. Oh, let me put this splitter in because I didn't charge my phone last night. Y'all can talk a little bit, and then I'm going to tell y'all again, quiet on this set. This goes there. Hello. This goes there. Let's get it. There we go. I also had this weird ass dream about like Chris Rock. It was like Chris Rock and Will Smith, and we were all in like I Am Legend and shit like that. Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Okay, let me move this because sometimes I be knocking stuff over. I'm gonna talk about this book because I'm about to start reading it and I'm excited. Okay, stay organized. That's my thing this week, is to remain organized. Okay, remain organized. Oops, damn it, shit. Okay. Hey, stupid. Welcome back to another episode of With Bitch Podcast. You are new here, or you can call me witch, or you can call me bitch. It really doesn't matter. Just put some respect on that shit. I have a slight disclaimer. If you are easily offended or faint of heart, bitch, I'm not for you. I'm not your leader. I'm not your guy. I'm not your astrologer, your numerologist, your crystal person. I can't help you with where you are at on your journey today. I'm okay with that. You have to be. I was causing a lot of ruckus just then, but it's okay. Happy fucking Monday. Today is Monday, March 28th. It is the 87th day of the year. 279 days left. The moon is waning. It's 27.8 days old, 16% full. We know what that means. A new moon is coming. A new moon is about bringing toward us, manifesting. Like this. Moon is in Aquarius, and it's going to be void of course from 10:12 a.m. until a little over midnight, and then it'll enter Pisces. So, um, not moon like it feels weird. Anyway, we have a new moon on Friday, the 1st of April. On April Fools, we have a new moon. It's going to be in Aries. It is going to be in Aries. Today is a great day. With the moon starting in Aquarius, for us to really hunker down and get in alignment with where we're trying to do, where we're trying to go, get in alignment with our disciplines. So, if that's something that you're struggling with, you have this morning, start that morning routine. Fuck it up, baby. Fuck it up. This thing in Aquarius. The fuck? The sun is still sitting in Aries. Great color for today is silver or white. And we know silver is about reinvention. We know white is about purity. We know white is even about protection. So again, these are great days to start fresh and start over. A great planet for us to honor today will be the moon, even though technically the moon's not a planet, but we won't get into that. We won't get into that. The incense today that you can burn are bay leaf, ginseng, jasmine, myrtle, poppy, rosemary, and lily. Some keywords: psychic ability, email, love, sex, 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 sex. My friend, he was telling me, he was like, bitch, I was listening to your fucking podcast. At first, he was like, I don't listen to it because you talk about crystals. And I feel like this one singular episode he was watching, and I was just going off on crystals. And I'm just like, bro, I literally don't just talk about crystals. I talk about everything, every fucking thing. So he started listening to my podcast. I stopped pressing him about it. He started listening to my podcast. And he was like, girl, your podcast is amazing. It's so funny. Like he was listening to it at work. And it was one of the episodes where I was hollering and I was like, sex, 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 sex. And he was like, girl, I had to turn your ass off. Because my boss was sitting right there. And you were just like, sex, sex, sex. And I'm like, most people listen to this shit in their cars. Like, what the fuck you mean? Like, you ain't supposed to be listening to it at work out loud. Anyway. Today, we can jam jellies, cut hair to slow growth, quit smoking, start diet to lose weight, potty train, wean, paint, wash wooden floors, kill plant pest, dig post holes, harvest mode to slow growth, castrate animals, or host a party. So if you want to host a party while castrating animals, today is a great day to do that. I want to give you guys a recipe. It is a recipe of my own concoction, and I want to give it to you because I think it will be great. You need some salt. You need some oranges. You need some clove, and you need some bay leaf in a big pot. And you can clean your home with this. Very kitchen witchy of this, right? You can do whatever you want with it. If your intuition's telling you to do something different, put all that shit in a pot. I'm not gonna give you the quantity of everything. Shit out yourself. Put it in the pot. Boil that bitch down. Boil it down. Once it's done getting boiled down, you're gonna strain it through a cheesecloth, a grater, whatever, however you want to do. I don't fucking know. I don't care. And then you're gonna add equal parts vinegar and put in a spray bottle. And there you go. Use it to clean your house. It's my own concoction. If you want to use it to like for wood, don't put the salt in there. And don't put vinegar. You're just gonna add water and then I think a 1/4 cup of olive oil. But orange is a great cleaner. It's a great protectant. It's a great for even attracting. So we know lemons are used to protect our house, but we can also use oranges to clean our house, especially like orange oil or oil infused with oranges is great. You can do the peels in some olive oil or another carrier oil, and that's great to clean wooden surfaces with or to shine or whatever the polish. I don't know. Anyway, that's great. A lot of this stuff, to be honest, because everybody's like, how do you know all of this stuff? Or like, what made you start? A lot of it was honestly from my granny. But then also, when I was struggling bad, like struggling bad, like when I didn't even have two hats to rub together. I used to make my own concoctions to like clean my house, to make sure my plants and everything were doing good, to make sure that I was still able to have my nutrients. And not for anything, like even though financially I was struggling at that time, I had never been healthier because I was using every single piece of my dollar had to stretch. So that's another, a lot of people ask me and I'm like, well, that's another reason why, like, also just because I'm a bad bitch, but you know, we all know this already. The crystal of the day, the crystal of the day is Dalmatian Jasper, and I'm obsessed with this crystal for right now because I really needed to ground myself. Over this weekend, I was on cloud 23, emotionally, mentally, not physically, because you know we don't really deal with the extracurriculars all the time. But I really needed to kind of ground myself. So this weekend I was fucking with the Dalmatian really heavy. There was a little hiccup. There was a hiccup. I overcame it. Dalmatian Stone. Gorgeous. And I keep wanting to tell y'all sooner, but if you didn't know, at 8 a.m. every morning we stream live on YouTube for uncut episode of this podcast. So you can go to witchbitchroad.com or click the link in the show notes below so you can see everything that I'm showing you. all of these little like shapes. Like you guys see the shape ones that I have? I am obsessed with them. And I get them from my crystal plug, shameless plug, crystalpisces.com. Make sure you go there to check out all of your crystal needs. Of course, it'll be linked in the show notes. Anytime I mention her, I already know, go to the show notes. But she has these little stars and she has different shape crystals. And the stars are some of my favorite because we know that I'm an aqua, I'm an Aquarius. So I'm represented by the star. Story time. Oh my God. Story time for this glorious Monday. We'll get back to this in a minute. No, it was before I was 18 or 19 because I remember I got these stars on my wrist are my first tattoos, right? I have 2 of them. And it was before I was 18 because these were my first tattoos. And my mom was always like, you can't get tattooed until you're 18 if you live in this house. And we were like, all right, bet. Because I got a tattoo, got one of those pierced my hand because I was that girl. I was crazy. I love you, Mom. I apologize. And I would always get these instances where people or older Spanish ladies or older people would walk up to me and just straight tell me about myself. This is before I was really into my craft and into my spirituality. Like it was like I was in it because obviously like my granny was in it, but I wasn't aware. And I remember one time this Spanish lady, literally, I was working at McDonald's. She came behind the counter and put this wooden cross around my neck. And she was like, you need this. And I was just like, and everybody was like, lady, you can't be back here. But bitch, I wore that shit for like 5 years. And then on the day that it broke was a day that I got into a car accident. And everybody was hurt really bad but me. That was one instance. It broke the day of the car accident, but I know why now because obviously like bitch, I'm well learned. But this one lady literally walked up to me and I was like, I'm taking her order and she was like, you're going to change so many lives through your hands. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, I'm out here flipping burgers. Like I gotta feed the folks. And she was like, no, you don't even know the half of it. And she was like, you're going to be a star. You're a star. And it's going to be through your hands. And I was just like, okay. But like, I don't know why. I remember the one day I was like, I had to. Didn't know what I was going to get. And then the tattoo artist was like, oh yeah, get like a star or something. And I was like, I was like, oh yeah, that one lady said I'd be a star through my hand. So like, let me put these 2 stars on my wrist. Like, and I didn't know that I guarantee you I didn't know that Aquarius, because I have the Aquarius I can guarantee you know that the sign in tarot was a star. I'm 100% certain because I wasn't really into my tarot practice at that time. So I got these, and then fast forward when I realized that I can actually change people's lives. This is before I started Witch Bitch Bro. I literally was looking and I was like, yo, that lady told me almost 10 years ago exactly what I was going to be doing, but I was so narrow minded and I didn't understand it. And it's when I was like, yo, wait a second. That lady told me I was a star in my hand, and like that's the side of Aquarius. And all long story short, just because you don't understand the message doesn't mean that the message isn't meant for you. In the words of Bill Self, don't worry about the mule, just load the carriage. Thank you. I know it made no sense, but I just thought about it when I thought about these stars. And it's times like that where I'm like, people saw my potential before I even saw my potential. I was still out here acting a damn fool, right? And now I'm like, yo, like that lady was all those years ago, guide so many people through my craft and through my ability to communicate or harness this energy through my hands. And I'm just like, yo, that bitch was right. That bitch was right. And shout out to that lady. And also shout out to that random lady that like jumped over the counter to cross on my neck. Because I also feel like if she didn't give me that, like I would have been in a way worse situation. Yeah. So back to the Dalmatian Stone. These are great for your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root chakra. And I have a few of them, but I'm only showing you two. I have one in the shape of a beautiful star that I actually outbid my mom for on the crystal show. Well, I didn't outbid her. I was like, Mom, please let me have it. And she gave it to me. We had to tell Crystal Pisces, like, please put it in my cart. Then I have this one. I love them because you know how a Dalmatian is white with the black spots, but this is more like tan and orange speckled with black spots. And your lower, that's what I was saying. Like I was grounding myself a lot this weekend. These are great for your lower chakras. It's great for nurturing, physical healing, personal will, past life recall, trust, truth, self-discipline, courage, creativity, channeling, grounding, determination, energy transfer, decisiveness. This list goes on. Um, my crystals different. That's why when I go to the crystal shop and I get like 3 or 4 of the same crystal, it's because I am programming them, excuse me, all different. I recently got some ametrine, and then also it was weird. I got some ametrine on like Wednesday or something, and then I went live power that I couldn't stop looking at. So I got it as well. I haven't done my research on that. I know we've talked about Dalmatian Jasper before, but it is a feldspar quartz with black mineral dotted inclusions. Dalmatian Stone is, it helps you strengthen your connection with Mother Earth while also channeling one's in the physical realm. I use it for grounding because I don't know what it is or what it does to me. And this is why I tell you guys, don't, because you like the way that something looks doesn't necessarily mean it's what's best for you. That's why I tell everybody, you don't need a lot to get the job done, and you don't need a lot. Because I wasn't attracted to this, but I was attracted to the name more than anything. So I was like, let me get a little piece. And then I really liked the way that it made me ground myself. And just because it makes Dalmatian Stone is good for me to ground and to channel doesn't mean that it's good for you to ground and channel. You have to work with your pieces the way you feel best. And we talked about that before. So that's my intuitively picked crystal. I've been rocking with it for the last 2 days or so. I'm surprised. I want to see what your guys's intuitively picked crystals are throughout the day. Like that would be fun. Also, I want to talk about this really quick. Will Smith did not need to smack it out of Chris Rock like that, and I'm gonna leave it at that. If you respect somebody, I want to say this: if you respect somebody, no matter what they say, how they say it, who they say it to, you would not disrespect them to prove a point of your making. My understanding, my opinion. Anybody and everybody else can have a different one. That's my opinion. If I was Chris Rock, I would be fucking pressing charges, bitch. Don't put your hands on me. I respect you, Will, for sticking up for your wife. But let's be honest. I said this. I didn't even know that bitch had alopecia. I didn't know that bitch was sick. All I saw for the last few months or weeks or whatever on her things are like, oh, I shaved my hair for my spiritual journey or my spiritual growth. Like, even on Red Table Talk or some shit, she talked about it. And I'm just like, okay, bitch. Like, I didn't even know. I don't know why they were fighting. Long story short, if you respect somebody and you care for somebody, you should never have to disrespect them to prove a point. Will Smith needs some shadow work. Diagnosed by me. And I'm gonna leave a poll. I'm gonna leave a poll or a Q&A. If you guys listen on Spotify, I'm gonna leave a Q&A because I want to hear your guys' feedback. And I think it's definitely a conversation to be had. But like me, like if I had that platform or that stage, I wouldn't do that to another person that looks similar to me. And I don't know, it was just very distasteful. This is why we don't get invited anywhere. I got this book, and it's by Ebola Abrams, and the foreword is by Anita, the author of The Shallow Waters, and this is Sacred Rituals for Self-Love, Prosperity, and Joy, African Goddess Initiation. I think this is definitely a book to grab. I'm holding it up. If you just want to learn more about awakening your African goddess, awakening your spirituality. In this book, they go over different goddesses, gods and goddesses, different shadow work prompts of that nature. And I just think it's worth mentioning. I'm still on page 17, 18, 15. And I'm like, gosh dog. All right, I see you, gosh dog. To wrap up today, we talked about a lot of shit today, gosh. We talked about a lot of stuff today. To wrap up, we have the card of the day. Today I am using Mystic Mondays. Excuse me. Today we are using Mystic Mondays tarot deck. It's a deck for the Modern Mystic by Grace Jung. Our card of the day was the Seven of Swords in reverse. So for me, the Seven of Swords upright is about deception, deceit, lies. It's about sneaky. Like, look at the sword behind that person's back. They're very, very sneaky, sir. And then in reverse, it's about escaping, clearing consciousness, but also revealing. I was talking about this in my live stream the other day, and I just want to reiterate it just so like everybody has a better understanding, but also gain your own understanding. Don't just listen to what the fuck I'm saying about it, right? Not every card that is in reverse means the opposite of what it means right side up. And if we took a second, it's probably not y'all listening to this podcast, because I feel like the people that listen to my podcast, y'all got some common fucking sense. But just because it's in reverse doesn't mean that it means the exact opposite of the card's meaning right side up. And if we took a second to read the guidebook, and if you guys know somebody that practices or is learning, this is why I tell you guys to read the guidebook. If you read the guidebook, you would know this. It doesn't mean the exact opposite when that card is in reverse. And this is one of those cards. Do some of them do that? Yes. Do all of them? No. Perfect example. The nines in reverse are basically about energy toward you versus what you're extracting, but it means the exact same thing. Let me stop. My mouth is foaming. The Seven of Swords in reverse. Escaping, clearing consciousness, reveal. Tired of keeping secrets? You want to show everyone your most authentic self? Face to face with old beliefs and patterns. You have now built enough courage to embrace radical honesty. Lying and sneaking around were weighing you down and lowering your vibrations. If you are thinking of making a dishonest decision, the Seven of Swords reverse is a sign that you will for sure get caught and will pay the price. You are tired of keeping up if you are tired of keeping up any charades and are retiring from the role that you are playing, then do it quick. Deceptive ways are behind you, and you'd rather live truth and clarity. You're willing to put in the work and build up new healthy patterns that will support and sustain you in pursuing your goals and dreams. The truth will set you free. A little bit longer episode today. That's okay. Thank you guys so much. I couldn't do this without you, and I wouldn't want to. Make sure that you go to witchbitchtarot.com and see everything that I have to offer. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you like this episode. And leave me a comment. I like going through your guys' comments on YouTube because y'all are a little bit calmer. Thank you. Oh, for private readings, you can also go to witchbitchtarot.com. As you know, hoes will be hoes. Bitches will be bitches. But you never know when it comes to witches. Which bitch is which? And no, I do not sell owls, so stop fucking asking. Good episode. Yeah, man, I didn't want to get too much into it on the podcast, but fuck that shit. I wish a bitch would come and smack the shit out of me. I'm trying to tell you, if I was Chris Rock, I would fucking sue the shit out of Will Smith. He, like, everybody's like, oh, good for Will for protecting his wife. Good for Will for standing up for his family. Will Smith just assaulted another man on national television. Like, he actively committed a crime on national live streaming television. I don't see that. Everybody's like, I need the backstory. I don't need the backstory. All I saw was another man, and me and my friends were talking about this. I'm like, if that was, what's his name, Ricky Gervais, that man goes ham on every fucking body. If it was somebody else up there telling the jokes, they wouldn't have got the shit slapped out of them. I can guarantee it. I don't need a backstory. All I saw was Will Smith get up and assault a man on national television. Live television. That's what I saw. Like, what made him think it was okay to get up and smack the shit out of somebody on TV? Like, you committed a crime on TV. Chris Rock can sue your ass not only for defamation of character. I know a little something about something. Not only for defamation of character, but for simply smacking the shit out of him, but also for, what is it? Not trials and tribulations. What the fuck is that called? Emotional damage. Pain and suffering. For pain and suffering. It was just so distasteful to me. That's how I feel. Like, come on. Y'all can't tell me any different. Like, I feel. And maybe it's because of the relationship and he thought he wouldn't step over. But a lot of people are saying it's because of the hair joke. But I'm like, bitch, Jada was out here telling people that she was getting closer to her spirituality, so that's why she cut her hair off. I didn't even know that bitch was sick. Like, I didn't even know that bitch was sick, but who am I? Who the fuck am I? Like, I didn't even know that bitch was sick. But, like, I don't... Like, for my... Like, for me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter their skin color. It doesn't matter what was said. It doesn't matter the backstory. This is, again, my opinion, but you know what they say about opinions. They're like assholes. Everybody has one. But it doesn't matter. Will Smith actively on national television, no, I'm not even going to use his name. Another man actively on television, national television, another man got up in front of a room full of people and actively assaulted another man. And then this man wasn't apprehended. This man wasn't escorted out. Like, that's crazy. Like, imagine me. Let's put it like, and it's for me, it's the celebrity that's making it, that makes everybody think it like, oh, like he smacked the shit. Like, no, bitch. Imagine if I'm sitting there, if I'm sitting here and somebody's telling some fucking jokes and I'm at a comedy show and I get up and I smack the shit out of the person telling the jokes. I'm going the fuck to jail. I'm getting kicked out of that comedy show. That person is going to, like, probably going to press charges. Right? Like, and I actively did that in front of a room full of people. Like that's why I'm like, I don't care about the backstory. I don't give a fuck about Jada because that bitch is the entanglement queen. Like, get the fuck. I feel you, Chris. I feel you, Will Smith, on a deeper level as a black man trying to protect your black queen. At the end of the day, though, brother, you assaulted another man on national television that was live. Yes, just because he didn't know doesn't mean that it makes it okay. Exactly. He doesn't get a pass for not knowing. He doesn't get, like, bro, like that. I could be tripping. There's 6 of y'all in here. What are y'all thoughts? This is gonna be an extended uncut episode because, like, that shit just don't make sense to me. I'm not saying Will was right, but there are 2 sides. And I'm not saying Will Smith was wrong. But I do believe that there is a time and a place. If y'all were like this, the 3 amigos that everybody keeps posting and shit. Chris, what the fuck you mean by that comment? After. This is after. The fuck you mean by that comment? What was that joke about? I didn't like that joke that you told about my wife. My wife didn't like that joke that you told about her. But instead, it's just very... it was just, to me, it was very distasteful. Very distasteful. Yeah. I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to leave it at that. Just very distasteful to me. It's like, damn, I really fucked with you, Will Smith. But if you're able and capable of doing that, when you're the one that's leading and inspiring us with your fucking quotes and all of your bullshit, like, but in 1 second, because you're defending or protecting your honor, your family, you can do that to somebody else in a room full of people. I'll never look at Will Smith the same. I can say that. I will never look at him the same. Chris Rock will be like, remember that time you got smacked the fuck out of by Will Smith? Or Time will Smith smash the fuck out of you. But no, all jokes aside, I can't. That's all I got today. I hope you guys enjoyed our extracurricular talks. This is the only time I'm not going to talk about it when I go live on my other platforms, because I know people always, when some shit pops off, they're like, oh, tell us about like what your thoughts are on that. So I was like, I'll take today like this. It'll be recorded. I'll be like, it's on my YouTube channel, because that's what a lot of bitches are doing now, right? It's on my YouTube channel. Just very distasteful. I can't take him serious. I can take him serious, but it's just not the same. And then he was just cussing and spitting everywhere. Like, Will, your suit has spit on it now. Your suit has slap juice on it now. Like, Chris Rock, though, bro, I was like, that was a hard smack, and he was just sitting up there talking like normal. I would have been fucking laid out crying. Just me, though. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. 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 I would have been fucking laid out crying. Like, oh my God, Will Smith just smacked the fuck out of me. Just me, though. Just fucking me, though. Okay, bye. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up. There's 6 of y'all in here, so give me a thumbs up. Bye.